I was trying to figure out what to read next in the Bible and decided to go the linear route and just read Matthew through Revelation, just straight through chapter by chapter, including the first chapters of all the Gospels where it lists all those names, you know? You know what I'm talking about? The ones that are like descendants of Abraham, and then finally it leads to Christ. Well, normally I would skip that just because, to be honest, I didn't see the relevancy of it, and it just was a waste of time, and those names I couldn't pronounce. Well, this time I didn't skip it, and I'm glad I didn't, because the Passion Translation gives you a lot of context for why things are important and what that meant in the culture and what the context was, things like that. And in Matthew 1:17, it talks about how from Abraham until David, there's 14 generations. Then from David to the Babylonian captivity, 14 generations. Then from the Babylonian captivity to Christ, another 14 generations. Well, what's really funny is that if you were to go back and read all of those names, which, let's be honest, who's going to do that and who has time for it? But if you were, if you were to do that, you would find that there's only 41 names listed. So what are they saying? They're saying that we're the 42nd generation. The 42nd generation was birthed when Christ died for us on the cross. We were literally the bride of Christ, birthed out of his side at the time of the cross. And you know how it talks about how blood and water came out of Jesus' side when he died? Not to be gross or anything, but that's a sign of birth. And going back to the very beginning of the Bible in Genesis, Adam birthed his wife out of his side. So it's hilarious to me how God makes all these parallels, but in the end, the message remains. We are heirs of Christ. We are completely free in him. We are children of the King, and that doesn't change. So just wanted to encourage you in that, and also go and read things that you don't think are relevant, because my gosh, God really does know what he's talking about. Got too excited there. He knows what he's talking about. And yeah, I did not think that I would find such a revelation in that chapter. So anyway, have a good night, guys.